Shalom, Brother Kabad, back into the GMS lesson. GMS keep pushing. Before I go any further, I give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash, double honors to our apostles, elders, a great millstone. Slakia, for teaching us this truth according to the Bible real well. I know Shalom, all the sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth through diligence and sincerity and charity. And now, Shalom, all you sincere followers, believers of YAHAWASHI, not just hearers of the word, but doers as well, you men, women, and children, hopefully elect. Shalom. Came across this article in the Express. It says U.S. and Russia on road to World War III as Putin moves nuclear weapons to Belarus. And you know, people laugh, they joke, they mock and scoff, but look, prophecy is happening right before your very eyes. And the Lord has told us about these things, that these things are going to come to pass. All right, in your lifetime, Jake. This is says Vladimir Putin's decision to move nuclear weapons to Belarus raises the specter of a catastrophic miscalculation between the U.S. and Russia. As military analyst has warned, the Russian president announced plans on Saturday to station tactical nuclear weapons in neighboring Belarus, firing a warning shot to the West as it ramps up military support. And the Lord's putting the spirit on these on these other nations, man, to rise up against Babylon the Great, this great whore, to stop making deals with them, turning their backs on them, man. It says firing warning shots to the West as it ramps up military support for Ukraine. Former Defense Intelligence Agency officer Rebecca Koffler branded the move a serious development. And yes, this serious was also Bible prophecy. Let me look into his eyes, man. Does the Lord have this man looking like he's Joe Biden? No, this man is serious. All right, we'll come back to it. This is Mark 13. Now I started I'll start at 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives over against the temple, Peter and James and John and Andrew asked him privately, tell us, what shall these things be, and what shall be the sign when all these things shall be fulfilled? Right, the time of our Lord coming back. It says, and Yahawashi answering them, began to say, take heed lest any man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. That's right, you got many false prophets, false leaders coming in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. But guess what? They're going to deceive many, the undesirables. That's why, you know, you got to pray that Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi leads you to the right teachers, okay? Because there's many out there that are meant to deceive, and you don't want to be deceived. Okay, and those men are the men of great millstone. So what I had apostles and elders on down. Going back to Jeremiah 3:15, the Lord shall give you pastors according to his heart that shall feed you with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? Verse 7 says, his appointed, and when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. Why? Because the issuing the Uncle Ben's, all right, the Frito Lays, okay, if you can read between the lines, the Revelation 13, the MOT to the B, all right, the Charagma, the Strong's G5480 in the blue letter has to come to pass. The hour of temptation, according to Revelation 3rd chapter, has to be fulfilled. Okay. Says verse 8, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Is that not what you're seeing? All right, isn't Russia a nation? Isn't America a nation of people? It says it comes as Moscow, back in the article, held drills with its nuclear capable YARS intercontinental ballistic missiles in Siberia, according to Russia's state media. Believed to have taken place in the last week, the Russian Defense Ministry said the drills involved 3,000 military personnel and about 300 pieces of unspecified military hardware. Unspecified. So that's something they want to keep secret. And And I could keep reading, but the article's pretty long. You know, you kind of get the point. You know, these nations are ready for war, and the only ones who ain't ready is America. Okay. So finishing out verse 8, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows, and these are going to come upon the earth." These things that are written in red letters. So that's who the world ignorantly called Jesus, Lord YAHAWASHI. All right, whose name in the ancient Hebrew means he delivers, he saves his people. Okay, said that these things was going to happen. And according to the book of Isaiah, this upcoming, matter of fact, before I get that, let's get Revelation. Let's get Revelation. And Revelation speaks about the third woe. Okay, this is Revelation 11 and 14. It says, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." That word woe means destruction. You had your first woe, your second woe. Now we are approaching, and we are in the third woe. Okay, and it's going to end with ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles being shot off by these nations. All right. And the way, because the Bible talks about this, there's not going to be no ancient fight. All right, this is not going to be an ancient fight. This fight is going to be with fire. Isaiah 9 and 5, "For every battle of the warriors with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood." Those ancient battles with horses trampling, all right, spears and bow and arrows and swords clinging against armor and clinging against chain. All right, the men screaming, hollering from being stabbed and dying blood all over the place. Those were the ancient battles. It says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." And what's going to do that? What's going to do that? ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, that's what's going to make this place go boom, 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 boom. And that's the fate of America, Babylon the Great. So knowing this, right, what should your mindset be? How should you be conducting yourselves while you're on the face of the earth? Let's get it. This is Sirach 39 and 1. Just gonna read this part. So, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all ancient, and be occupied in prophecy." Not when the next playoff games is, not when the CIAA is, right? Not when, you know, the things of this world, because that's what's gonna have you, you know, have the Lord come upon you as a thief in the night. All right, we're supposed to meditating on these scriptures, man. Meditating on the law, on the prophecies. This is the wisdom of all ancient. It tells us the beginning and the end of this current age, man. And we're salivating for it to fall. So when we see news like this, we rejoice, man. We rejoice. It says, "And be occupied in prophecy," which means to tell you before. It says, verse 2, "He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversed in dark parables," because that's where the wisdom and knowledge is at, man. You know what the disciples asked Yahawashi, "Why speakest thou unto them in parables?" Because it's given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of YAHAWASHI. So if you understand this and believe that this is the truth, hey, look, man, continue to seek YAHAWASHI and meditate within these scriptures, within these prophecies, man. Because according to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, this is my last verse. "Though it tarry, wait for it." This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end of what? Esau, Edom's rulership." 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And World War III is not going to tarry, man. It's gonna snowball down the hill, man. All right. So we best be getting our mind right, like GMS, get your mind right. The elder, Anatbar, right? Get your mind right with YAHAWASHI, man. Something to consider, Israel. Shalom.